Welcome to Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, and we are picking up the series on the 15th of May 1985, and you can see here that my new town is going up quite quickly. I've made a couple of mistakes which I'll talk about in a minute, but first a big thank you for your comments and feedback. You guys give me so much to think about, and probably the biggest suggestion on the last video was using cable cars to get a workforce into here. Now the way I've looked at it is I could bring a big cable network up to here, but probably a more efficient way would be to build a small town over here. So it's going to be a bit of a race, and probably to begin with what we most likely will have to do is probably use buses to get at least one of these operating so I can get some coal functioning in this area. One thing I did do off camera is I've built this heating plant here, which hopefully we're going to get built. I want to check to see whether I've put the helicopter crews on here. And of course I made a bit of a mistake here as well, in the sense that I forgot to put in some power. So what we're going to have to do is just let this run until the power is established. But what I will do is I'll put in some heating in here, or finish off the heating. So we're going to have to put a heat exchanger. I think we can put the first one in about here. I think that will cover most of this area. Say for argument, oops, I don't want it that way around, I want it this way around, don't I? Will it reach that furthest one? Yeah, I think it will. And I mean, eventually I'll put another one up here, but I want to get this in here. And of course this needs to be built before winter sets in, because I certainly would like to get the new residents in here before the next winter, because the problem I've got is I've got another 1,000 over 21s, and I think that's holding back my population at the moment. So we're just going to come in here. We're going to go for a big heating pipe. We're not going to send any heating that way, so we can, I think we can come out and then we're going to go very high along the edge of the road here. I mean, I'm building the pipe high so that it will, if I need to put a road junction or anything underneath here, it would be quite well. And I think we can, oops, actually, could I go underground? No, I don't think I really want to go underground at the moment. Oops. I think we can just come in here. I think we can bring the pipe down now. Around there and just hook you up there. So we got that built in there. Now I think the next thing I want to do is just give you a quick run through of where my rail construction offices are. At the moment these guys are doing okay, and at the moment these are doing the low priority jobs. Well, one of them is anyway. That is building this bridge here, but of course we've got the other one who's pushing his way down here. And you know, I think he's working on this area here, but what I would like, probably in some ways he's building the wrong one here. I mean, I'd like him to go do this recurve. Actually, I think I'm gonna spend that for the moment, and I think so you can come here. I mean, I did get a suggestion in the comments about possibly putting another train out here, but I don't really want to at the moment, simply because I've got to be able to put a train here. I'd have to start signaling up stuff, and we've got no real crossovers down here for these trains to swap over tracks. In some ways is a little bit of a mistake, actually, come to think of it. I mean, say for argument's sake I put a crossover there. I mean, I could put a crossover here, actually. I think that won't make a difference. Then we can kind of make this into, then if I put a crossover there. Now I think I'm going to leave it just for the moment. And then we'll just go check over this one here and see what he's up to. Just come here. I mean, they are making a lot of progress. I mean, it looks like I'm even making a small amount of progress on the tunnel. Where's this? Where is this one? Yeah, we're slowly breaking through this bridge. So hopefully fairly soon we'll be able to get a workforce coming from here going to the aluminium plant. That would make a big difference. And I think this one is up here as well. Oh no, I've gone the wrong way. Now down here is interesting. What I want to do is get this one finished and get this built. Once that's built, what we'll do is we'll kind of signal up to here and then allow the trains to go round into here. Well, that's the idea anyway. And then hopefully what that will do is allow me to have a fuel train that will bring fuel over to there. So I think overall things are going quite well on this rail construction office. Anything I do need... Oops, got a building on fire. Where are you on fire? Oh, you're okay. And this guy's building the back loop here because I want to build this sections before we get too far. And of course what I need to do is do the back curve to do these sections as well. So what I would like to do is get this kind of built and then flip the train back here. And what that will mean is I'll be able to signal up even further. It's past here. I think over here I've got one train building out to here. We've got the guy working very hard on this bridge over here. And I mean, pretty soon that will be finished. And then what, in fact, there's a possibility that this back curve can be done by this train if he get through. Over here we've got somebody kind of working on this tunnel. And then what I've done over here is I'm doing the second part of the process of electrification, because I built these sections of track out by just laying the base track, and you can see what these are now set for is to do an upgrade. So I'm hoping that's going to work. I want to make sure everything is okay. Yeah, waiting for steel. That still seems to be the persistent problem. So we're now in a position to start a bit more planning up here. And I just want to take a check here. So oh, this is the basketball and volley court. This is a mod that I picked up. Oh, that's pretty cool. I quite like that. Missing staff. Yeah, there's nobody working up here at the moment, game. I mean, there's no point until this is built. Just want to make sure we got who we got working on this. We got the large construction offices working on this. And of course we're going to have to put a bridge some power into here. This is going okay. Now over here I've had a kind of a bit of a second thought, because the iron is here. Now my original plan was to bring the iron ore over to here to refine it into iron for the steel mill that was going to be here. Now I still want to do that, but I'm changing the priorities a little bit, because I'm kind of thinking that I want to take iron down to my steel mill down on the coast. So what I'm thinking now is to probably put the iron processing here and actually use the workforce from here to work on the iron processing, and not actually build a town here. So that's the thought process. And then what I could do then is we can maybe adjust this rail track so that it picks up the iron to take it to over here. And what we'll also probably do is send some possibly an unloading facility down to here. So I think what I do want to do now is work out where the iron mines are. Let's have a quick look, just get the map really big-ish. So the iron is kind of tucked in here. Just draw that down again. So we got an iron mine there, an iron mine there. It's a nice big. So the nearest iron mine to there is there. Oh, that went green. That's 75%. How about you down here? We got mine up there. Say for argument's sake, I bring this is 58%, 63%. I mean, I did get a 75% in here. Yeah, but I think he's encroaching. Oh no. I think what we'll do is we'll go for about 69% here. Possibly. This one's going to need... Ah, I've got no excavator, I think. You got... What can I get over here? 60, 75%. 83%. What was that? 85%. 82%. I mean, there's quite a big patch back that way. I think so you're kind of covering to there. So if I say, for argument's sake, that's 78%. That's 84%. I think I'd be quite happy with 84% there. We've got 2 mines here. Because this terrain's not flat, so... And if we can get a... say a large aggregate store in here, probably going to tell me that I can't build it. Because what I would like is to, oh, we get that about there, maybe slightly angled that way. So I've got an aggregate store here, and of course we're going to need to get the workforce up here. I think getting the workforce up here is a little bit further away than I thought it would be. Maybe I need to have a rail, you know, but move people up to here by rail track. I mean, we got a kind of a connection here, so I could kind of come into here, and then that will take workforce up to here to deliver them. And if we say we put the rail tracks about there, so we'd have to curve the track down to here. Right, I think... Wow. It's one thing that always gets me about this game. You start thinking about one thing, and then suddenly something else kind of gets on your mind, and then you get a little bit distracted, and then I think if we put this, say, about here, kind of squeeze this out a little bit like that, and then you can come off here, there. I'll say we don't need to send it that way. Maybe we'll take this back a little bit that way. So we've got a rail track in there. So what we're going to have to do is make a road connection. And I think we can just bring you down like that. And we'll put a footpath in, say, from here. There. There's a connection there. I should just put some more footpaths in. I think I wouldn't mind well, we need a footpath from there to there, and I think we need a footpath from there to there, so that we can get people in. This is built so we can put a footpath from there to there. In fact, I wouldn't mind a footpath through from there to there, and eventually we'll put a footpath through from there. I can't remember what this building is, but I think that is kind of suggesting a... Nope. Back. Put a few more footpaths in there, there, and there, and maybe through to there. That kind of connects up this town. Got the pipe work in there. One thing do I need a bus station there, or can we just send the workforce in directly? I mean, we're never going to deliver coal or anything to that. I think we'll be okay there. I'm a bit worried about... Oh, why is this train not running? Oh, still. Missing steel. That's always a problem. Probably find I don't have any steel up here as well. It's probably that's what's slowing everything up through here. If there's a problem with my steel mill. We've got coal. We've got loads of iron. Yeah, these guys are just starting to haul it out. I want to check Winchester. There's 28 citizens don't have meat. I'm sure I've been started shipping meat up here. I got meat here? Yeah, we got meat here. Why can't you... You guys actually... Yeah, you're in range. It's a little bit... Yeah, I mean, wow, there's a lot of people walking through there. Do you have meat? No. Okay. Let's check Winchester food distribution. Oh, these guys don't have... Ah, what am I doing? Why have you got Winchester distribution on this office? Why are you going to both offices? Winchester LV. I'm a bit confused. Oh, you're delivering clothes there, but so what are you delivering to Winchester Cargo Station 3? Right, that's a bit of a mess, so I'll take that out. You can deliver the clothes directly to there. And what we need is someone to send some meat up here to this shopping mall. Actually, I'm sure someone was... Yeah, let me just see here. Oh, maybe the deliveries haven't arrived yet. I mean, I'm really looking forward to getting this rail track sorted out so that we can start building things, or not building things, making connections. Oh, wow, we got this finished. And the question is, can I get a... sort this road out? What I'm going to do is just got a little bit of leveling through here. Oops, sorry about that. And what I want to do is take this road through to here. And I want to get you... I want to curve around that a bit like that. Whoa. Okay. Just going to trim this back a little bit. I think he's going down a little bit of too much of a dip here. So we're going to have to accept that. Get the... I think if we can kind of push this out a little bit. Oops, thank you, game. We might be able to get a small town here that might provide workers to there. I still think I'd like to bring most of the workers in from there. We're not going to be able to get a port in here. So that's looking good. You've been picked up. Yes, you've been picked up by the road crews. That's good. I mean, we got a construction office there. I don't really want to build one here. What I want to do is possibly build one about here, because that would bring me in range of this port here. This might be a bit more of a problem. So what we might have to do is, once we got one here, we'll have to push the road out through this way to make the connections up to here. Now, one thing I did find out, which I've forgotten completely about, is over here, when I was playing a little bit off camera, what happened is that the helicopter landed here and it wouldn't take off because it was out of fuel. So what I've had to do is I've had to add fuel to this area here. I'm just looking at what's in this construction office. Not very much. We've got a couple of open holes. We've got a couple of dumpers. when we got some stuff here that's no source of workers. I know you've got no source of workers because you're too far away. Wondering if I can build a small town out here. I mean, it's not going to be big. I mean, we've got a potential gravel source up there. So I could bring in gravel from there. I think I'd rather keep the helicopter crew focused on this area at the moment. And then we'll come back to that. What was that? Traffic jam, yes, I know. I think I showed this to you in the last video. I really need these rail connections working harder. What we got here? What's up with this? Oh, this doesn't have a road connection. What's a bit that's a bit strange. Oh, a little bit of an oversight there. Can I get that through there? And I'll just kind of hook you round to there. That we can put the, I'm sure the road crew here doesn't have much to do. A lot of these guys are running out of work at the moment. So you can get onto that. I think Winchester Construction isn't. I think, can we do a bit of long range building? Yeah, yeah, okay. I know I keep coming back to this, but what we can do is I'm going to put a small shopping mall thing in here in the center. I'm just going to drop you in there. And we'll put a small storage, small warehouse in here. Just to get this underway. And of course we'll put a small meat store in if I can find it. 4 tons, I think maybe 16 tons will do. Just put in like that. Oops, actually no, that's wrong. Back again. Where are you? Want to be look more like that, isn't it? Put you there. If I can plan the main town, I don't think I need a road construction office here because we're not going to build anything particularly that big. We'll put a bus stop in. We'll put a small bus platform in. Say about there. I think we can put the accommodation that side, and then we'll just put in a few builds. Now I'm going to do something a bit strange. It's probably the polite way of saying this, because I want to do a bit of an experiment for respect to my next series. And what I want to do is just take a look at not wooden homes. I want to look at buildings. It's a bit big. So this is going to look very strange, but I want to put in some of these old houses. They need a lot of steel. Wow, you need a lot of steel, but you don't need prefabs. This is what I'm looking at with a view to my next series, is buildings that don't actually need prefabs. So what we got here, a brick built corner house. And say we put that there. Just tilt you around a little bit like that. If I tilt you a bit more, you won't get an occlusion with the. I'm just going to put that in there. A little bit closer. That's about as close as you're going to get, isn't it? Oh no, we can put it there. I think the game can't quite make up its mind on how it wants to level this bit of ground here, doesn't it? I think it's trying to level to both roads, so think if we do that, and then I'll drop that in there. Yeah, sometimes when buildings have two road connections, the game can't, when it's trying to level, it's trying to level to the two road connections. So I'm just going to come in here. We got, and you've got another fairly big building here. I'm going to put you here. Put another one out here. Maybe we'll put two opposite each other. This. Of course, the advantage with these buildings is you can squash them in a little bit closer. Get you in a little bit closer like that. Again, see that fluctuation? Should we have a little bit more, a little bit more. Yeah, maybe we'll put in. Hook you up like that. What we'll do now is we'll go all the way over to here, pick up the Winchester, and pick up the expansion road crew, Winchester construction. And what we'll do is allocate these guys the roads. I know it's a very long way for them to come, but it's the way it is. I'm just going to give them all these roads to build. That change? I haven't seen that before. Is this a new feature? It actually shows you what is. Okay, let me just try that. You go back over to here. I know it's a long way. Apologies for this, but I'm very curious now to find out. Where are you? Mansions City Construct. Mansion Road Crew. Okay, let's just get back over here. It actually shows you what is being. Oh, that's cool. Oh. And this is where you guys put it in the comments. So that's been like that for a long time. You just haven't noticed. What I wouldn't mind is if we could. Trouble is these guys have got no gravel pickup, and of course I've got no gravel delivery up here. And I just don't want to front load too much at the moment. Let's say this is the area that I'm really interested in, is getting this built up so that I can get some of my 1,285 over 21s in here. We got a shop here. About power supply, yes. Got some clothes in here now, so we're kind of building up that bit there. This area here, I mean, you've got any space? I mean, you've got a little bit of space, but not much. So I can't really dump people into there. Back to checking my. You guys got steel yet? Yes, it looks like you've got a bit of steel now. This guy is, so we've just got this section to build. Then I can allocate the train out here with a new job. Okay, let me just check. Let me see. What's this one? Where are you? The reason it's saying naught is the fact that this is an upgrade track. I'll just go here. This guy's just working his way into here. Just get the workers on that. So overall things are going pretty good. This guy's making fantastic progress. Oh, this guy is... Oh, well, he's doing the back curve, and that's good enough for me. And I just want to check the progress on this bridge as well. Yep, he's looking good. And more importantly, this is where I'm really interested in things. Is right, I don't want you working on that. What I want you, just cancel that for the moment. When are you working on? Don't want you working on that. Suspend for the moment. What I want you to do is build the second leg on this side. Actually, we're job down. Where's the track gone? Lost the track. I want you building that. Okay, so that's the tunnel. This is the bridge. We know this is the what we call it. So that means that this guy's probably built the back loop here. So what I want to do now is we're going to start over here. Actually, yeah, well, actually I'm going to redo that bit of track. So what we'll do is we'll allocate that. And what I'd like to do is take out. I want to delete that bit of track. I want to delete this bit of track into there, and you up to there. And I think we'll do this with. And you're going to come into there. And get that built, and then we can get this built into here, and then I can always come back and do this later on. That these are the priority jobs. So we got that built there. I mean, where are we? We're coming up into June. Let's just check what the storage is like. Wow, we got this built here. Okay, we need to hook these guys out of this mess. So we got Winchester Rail Silo. Let me just get you out first. Gravelton. We need to add you as a drop off for crops. And what we need to do is take out the, what's it? Winchester Rail Silo. Where are you? That's it, remove. And then what we need is this guy. And we need to add you to there. And put you to there. And we need to remove Winchester Rail Silo from there. What that will mean is that we'll no longer have queues here because they'll all be going to this distribution office. One office it's going to be shorter, the other one's going to be slightly longer because they're going to have to come around that way. I mean, we've still got over 4,000 tons of crops in here. Let's just see whether my silos are emptying out. You've still got 1,800 tons. Wow. Now these should be emptying out because these crops are being taken down to my chemical industry. You're nearly out, which is good because we're at the end of the year. I just want to check what the situation down here is. These should be running out because we're in June. But you're empty, you're empty, you're empty. Over here, you're empty. Aha. Back to before somebody puts it in the comments. Not fuel. It's so there's no crops in this area. And then we got crops over here. So we're down to 106 tons of crops there, which is a little bit close, but as long as we got plenty of food in here. Yeah, we still got 320 tons of crop food here. We've got no crops as such in here. So my meat industry's ground to a halt, but yeah, and we've given out all the meat. So that means that what I need to do is possibly get a bit more crop production to support my meat industry. So we're probably looking at possibly another farm up here. Although, wow, that's the result of my bad terraforming. So what we might need here is a second farm. I mean, let's see if these guys busy. If these guys have got nothing to do, is most likely the true. Yeah. So let me just see. I mean, could I put a field over this? I mean, it will take it. And not going to get a track. What I'm probably going to need is a road that will run through here. And yeah, we got an agro farm there. If I put another one, say, about here, about there, on this corner. Actually, let's see if I can get a big field in here, like that, and maybe another one needs flat terrain. We got a potential road through here. I could say, for argument's sake, but wow, one that's not flat, so my instinct is that I could get 2 fields that way. So if I could get, say, a field through like that, and then we put a road through center. Drop you down, say, to there, and I'm gonna put a road through like that. I have to do something about that lumpy bumpy bit there. And if I put in, say, the agro farm about here, this is redundant space, isn't it? Oh, thank you, game. So say, for argument's sake, I put the farm on this, drop down there. That's no good. The drop off's too big. I'm going to have to go back to this side. But let's kind of level this through a little bit. Use the farm to do it. And we'll put the agro farm there. And then you got up to about there. On a proper T-junction here, so what we'll do is we'll trim that back there. And we'll build this road in kind of 2 steps. That's going to come there. And then we'll get another big field kind of up here. It's kind of telling me that that's acceptable, so acceptable, we'll take it. So if I can get that in like that. And it's like I've got a stuck train. So let's see who's got stuck. Because this is probably got connected through. Because these guys, yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, I think the easiest way to do this is just to break this connection to there. Has that fixed you? No, they're still on the same. What I can do then is put a signal in here. What that should do is break that connection there and this connection here. That makes this guy happy. And what's up with you? Oh, I think what's happened here is he's got stuck on that signal. He's too close to it. So we're just... Yeah, sometimes when the train comes through here, they actually get stuck on the signal because I'll show you here. So you guys don't need signals on here just at the moment, because I've effectively disrupted the track there. So what we'll do is we'll let him build through to there and then through to there, and then we'll just leave that connection open. Oh, all good stuff. And I'm aware time is pushing on, so why aren't you... I do have a... I think what we need is our helicopter crews on this one. Where are you? Yeah, these guys are kind of probably running out a little bit of work, so... See, look. I'm absolutely certain that was never like that in the past, but I will have to check the change notes to see how whether that's... I mean, it's a fantastic feature. I've got no complaints with it. Gas station here. Oh, one thing I didn't put in over here is a gas station, is it? Let me just get back over here. Where's the farm? The new farm here. Probably could get a little gas station on this corner here. In fact, what I could do is put the gas station... Can't build due to infrastructure. What is causing the infrastructure problem? Well, we're not going to really be able to get anything here, so I think what we can probably do is just put the gas station in about there. Substation here. So what we can do is just put in the substation here, so that we can power the gas station and the... Also, goes without saying that that's gonna... What we can do is cheat a little bit. And it's only going to be a gravel road, so it's going to be built pretty quickly. And then we can... We don't need a full strength. We'll just go... Oops. And you across there to there. Now, have these guys picked up their jobs? And these guys have got nothing to do over here. So what we're going to do is get you guys working on these roads as well. The power cables there. You can start working hard. How's the population? Yeah, I think the problem the population is not reason the population is not growing is this, because the fact I've got 1,426 over 21s. I mean, this is coming together. I mean, I could start putting people in here, but I've got no power. I really need to get this built. And we need to get this built as well. I mean, I've only got the one tower crane working with the... Oh, these guys... I think what we could do is get you working on this as well. Yeah, working on that. We need a road connection to this. This is being built. And I need a footpath to this and this. You need to put a footpath connection into here. Set that. And we're going to need a road connection to the coal yard here. Now the next question is there any reason why I would be picking up coal from this area to deliver, say, to another settlement? I suppose in some ways it could be a good option to have a coal yard operating here, or coal aggregate loading. I've already got another one though by Winchester, so I'm not convinced that I'm really going to need another one here. I think I'm going to leave that open for a thought at the moment. I'm just going to come through here. You can connect up to there, so that's all hooked up. Back over to here. So we've got a new town being built at a very extreme range here. I mean, the crews are in here. I mean, it's just going to take them such a long time to do anything. It could really do with these guys making a contribution, but they don't have asphalt. Maybe once we can get to the buildings, these guys can make a contribution. In fact, I think what I will do is buy 2 tower cranes. And what else have I got in here? Probably another open hole so that we can do deliveries. Nice big one. At 16 tons. We've got no excavators in here, have we? When eventually I would like to move out the road building elements. I think what we got here. Got a couple of excavators in. And we got concrete mixers. Do I really need them? Got one covered hole. I'm going to put one road crane in. 25, 25, 32, 21, 25. We'll just put a single road crane in as well. And I think what I will do is I'm going to put you on... You can deliver gravel. And you've got... If you decide to do something... But the trouble is we've got no workers. It's a long way, that's the problem. I mean, once we've got people living here, we'll be okay. It's just not... It'll take a little while to get things going, isn't it? Anyway, wow, these guys are doing great. If they get to here, we can put in a construction office. Small one, just to be able to do the leveling. I think just to wrap up, we're just going to have a quick health check, make sure everything is going good. Actually, probably the best way to do a health check now is come in here. You've got no over 21s, but we've got a bit of... It looks like we've got a potential clothing issue here. Let me just see. Let's just get over here and see whether I've got any problems with my clothing industry. And we got plenty of workers. We got So maybe I need to start thinking possibly about juicing some more clothes. I mean, you haven't got many workers. There. Missing resource crops. Ah. That's because we're now coming to the end of the season. I suppose these guys have got crops by the look of it. Yeah, you've got a little bit of crops. I think at the moment the economy is just about in balance, but it's in balance but out of balance. Thought we built another ship here. Kind of a bit inclined now to maybe we need to build something that's a little bit. It's going to take a bit longer to build. Maybe we'll move you to a tanker. You're a river cargo ship. I think we'll just send you to the border and sail you off. I've got my spare ships here. Let's just have a quick check of the... Yeah, we've got plenty of fuel in 2 tanks. So that's going. These guys are building out this way. So I think overall I'm quite happy with the situation. We just need to get a little bit of momentum up here just to get things moving forward a bit. But this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. And until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.